I'm lazy, but I'm fit. Those two realities don't seem logical, as when we see someone who is in great shape, we assume they don't suffer from physical laziness and are rather energized by physical activity. This is not always the case, and I'm living proof. So how did I build nearly 70 pounds of muscle mass and maintain a low body fat percentage without ever feeling any desire to work out? Firstly, please know that the understatement of the century is that I hate working out, because I more than hate it, I despise it, and I have no interest in playing sports. I also gagged at the thought of having to run the mile in high school gym class, because every second after the first minute felt like endless torture. Nothing about physical exertion is fun for me, and I shy away from it, so the fact that I have worked out consistently for the past 36 years sounds like an impossibility, until you learn why. The first step in doing anything you don't want to do is to determine why you're doing it. If there is no why, then there is no reason. So for me, when I thought about starting to lift weights, the only reason I did so was because I felt that building muscle would help to improve my confidence level, as I weighed only 130 pounds at the age of 16 and was bullied in school. So I wanted to build a coat of armor, so to speak, that would make me look and feel better. That is an example of a why that's very motivating. But despite that, it did not make the workouts themselves easy, for the reasons I explained earlier. Quite simply, I hate putting my body through anything that brings forth physical discomfort. So if I could get the muscle gains and keep my body fat low without ever working out another day in my life, I obviously would do just that, and I gather so would most people watching this video. But the reality is, I can't, and the why remains. Meaning that I know if I want to maintain the confidence benefits that come with staying in shape, I have to sacrifice a portion of my day in the gym in order to achieve that goal. And that is the one and only reason why I do it. I would love to claim that I work out to stay healthy, but it is just a coincidental side effect, as my motivation to work out is 100% related to aesthetics. So although the workouts are never fun, they end up providing me with added confidence, which is something tangible that I benefit from, the why. And this over time makes the idea of doing these workouts something that is just a part of my life that I follow through with, making it a habit. And habits are actions we take without giving it a second thought. The why still needs to exist in order for the habit to sustain itself, but as long as working out is giving you a benefit that's important to you, then the habit of working out becomes easier as time goes on, because the brain makes the connection between an uncomfortable activity and a positive outcome. Many can't get past the idea of doing something uncomfortable to achieve something worthwhile, and end up stuck in a loop where they want the results without the sacrifice. This is becoming a more prevalent problem now that we can access everything we want without leaving our toilet seat, by ordering just about anything from Amazon and having it quickly delivered, shopping for a romantic partner on a dating app, and having AI do our thinking for us. The easier life becomes, the less conditioned we are towards doing uncomfortable things, even when they lead us to a payoff. And in most areas of our lives, we now have so many ways of getting to the end result without sacrificing anything. Like many, I hated school, partially because I was bullied, but also because we had to learn so much that had no usefulness in real life, beyond passing a final exam. And they don't teach us the important lessons that are actually necessary to improve our lives, such as the benefits of investing, living within your means, how to forge healthy relationships, emotional intelligence, self-control, patience, assertiveness, etc. For those who go through school and fail at the subjects they have no interest in, it shows a great desire to only focus on what feels fun and inspiring, and an unwillingness or inability to concentrate on what is not. This on the surface may seem justified, but ultimately is a recipe for disaster. Because although so much of what is taught in school will never be referenced again, and for many has no relevance to any aspect of life, being able to learn it regardless is the most powerful lesson anybody can ever experience, because it trains the brain to do things that are uninteresting or uncomfortable because they need to be done. And the why in school is simple. We have to graduate to move on to adulthood, and at that point, if we have conditioned ourselves to learn about things we don't care about and will never use again, then we will be able to pursue a major in college that has certain classes we aren't interested in, with the greater goal of getting the degree and putting it to use, and more importantly, It will prepare us for doing tasks at our job that we aren't fond of, instead of only putting forth effort in the aspects of our career that interest us. And it will arm us with the tools to make a relationship work by doing things that aren't exciting, fun, or motivating, for the greater good of building a stable union with someone we care about. Ultimately, we teach our brain to either do things we don't want to do for a greater good, or shy away from everything we don't have a passion for. And if we do the latter, we end up struggling to find any consistency or success in our lives, because to make anything work, whether it be a career, a relationship, being a parent, forging a friendship, or building an impressive body, you have to embrace the idea that you will be involved in some activities that are boring, tedious, and challenging in order to make any of those areas successful long term. But the good news is, if you push through and do what you would rather not do, as long as there is a why behind it, you will train your brain to develop a new habit, and that habit of embracing discomfort for a greater good will serve as the building block for a much bigger comfort that awaits. So I guess Nike had it right after all with the slogan, "Just do it." Because it is by doing the boring, mundane, and uncomfortable tasks of life that we reap the greatest rewards. And trust me, it will become easier as long as you begin, stay consistent, and keep focused on the why every single time. Please subscribe to the IncrediBody YouTube channel, as I will be releasing weekly videos that will help you transform your body and life.